Imagine two people starting their careers on the exact same day, same age, same education, same opportunities. Fast forward 10 years. One has built wealth, confidence, and financial freedom. The other is stressed, overwhelmed, and still wondering why success never arrived. What happened? Was one person smarter? Not necessarily. Did one get lucky? Maybe a little. But the real difference often comes down to habits. Because success isn't usually destroyed by one massive mistake. It's destroyed by small habits repeated every single day. And the scary part? Most people don't even realize they're doing them. Your daily dose of money mindset starts here. I'm Wealthix Carter, and your one like and subscribe helps this journey grow bigger. Let's start the video, guys. The first habit successful people avoid is blaming others. This habit is incredibly common. When something goes wrong, people blame their boss. They blame the economy. They blame their family. They blame society. And while external challenges absolutely exist, successful people focus on something different: responsibility. Because responsibility creates power. The moment you blame someone else for your situation, you hand them control over your future. Successful people ask, "What can I do next? What can I learn from this? How can I improve?" This mindset doesn't make life easier, but it makes growth possible. The second habit successful people avoid is seeking constant comfort. Most people are addicted to comfort, comfortable routines, comfortable excuses, comfortable environments. But growth lives outside comfort. Every promotion requires discomfort. Every business requires discomfort. Every meaningful goal requires discomfort. Think about going to the gym. Muscles don't grow because they're comfortable. They grow because they're challenged. Success works the same way. Successful people understand that temporary discomfort often creates long-term freedom. While most people run away from discomfort, successful people learn from it. The third habit they avoid is living for instant gratification. Modern life rewards impatience. Food arrives instantly. Entertainment arrives instantly. Shopping happens instantly. Everything is designed to make waiting feel unnecessary. But wealth requires patience. Successful people are willing to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term rewards. While others spend money to impress people, they invest money to improve themselves. While others consume endlessly, they create value. And over time, those decisions create completely different futures. The difference isn't dramatic in one day, but after 5 years, the gap becomes impossible to ignore. This is why successful people think differently about time. They understand that every decision is either helping their future or hurting it. And that's why they avoid habits that provide temporary happiness but permanent problems. Because success isn't built in giant moments. It's built in daily choices nobody else sees. The fourth habit successful people avoid is negative environments. Take a moment and think about the people you spend the most time with. What do they talk about? Opportunities or problems? Growth or excuses? Because whether you realize it or not, your environment is shaping your future. Human beings are naturally influenced by those around them. If everyone in your circle complains about money, you'll eventually start seeing financial struggle as normal. If everyone around you avoids taking risks, you'll begin avoiding them. 2. This is why successful people are extremely selective about their environment. They don't necessarily avoid everyone with different opinions, but they do avoid people who constantly spread negativity, doubt, and fear, because they understand a simple truth: your environment influences your expectations, and your expectations influence your results. The fifth habit successful people avoid is stopping their education. Many people graduate from school and never seriously learn again. They assume their education is complete. Successful people think differently. They understand that learning never ends. The world changes, technology changes, industries change, opportunities change, and if you stop learning, you eventually fall behind. That's why many successful people spend time reading books, listening to podcasts, attending seminars, and studying new skills, not because they have extra time, but because they understand the return on knowledge. One new skill can increase your income. One new idea can change your life. One new perspective can completely transform your future. The sixth habit they avoid is making decisions based on emotions. Most people let emotions control their actions. They buy when they're excited. They quit when they're frustrated. They procrastinate when they're uncomfortable. They overspend when they're stressed. Successful people aren't emotionless. They're human. They feel fear. They feel doubt. They feel uncertainty. The difference is that they don't let emotions make important decisions for them. Instead, they rely on principles. They rely on plans. They rely on logic, because emotions change daily. But good principles create consistency, and consistency is one of the most powerful success tools in the world. Now here's something many people never realize. Success is often less about what you do and more about what you stop doing. Every bad habit removed creates space for a better habit. Every distraction removed creates more focus. Every excuse removed creates more action. That's why successful people constantly evaluate their behavior. They're always asking, is this helping me move forward? Or is this holding me back? Because they know that small habits become big outcomes, and the habits you tolerate today often become the results you experience tomorrow. Reply part 3, and I'll continue with the next section, where we'll cover the habits of procrastination, comparison, and why successful people protect their time so carefully. The seventh habit successful people avoid is procrastination. Now let's be honest. Everyone procrastinates sometimes, even successful people. The difference is that successful people don't allow procrastination to become a lifestyle. Most people wait until they feel motivated. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, the perfect mood, the perfect conditions. But successful people understand something important. The perfect time rarely arrives. If you keep waiting until everything feels right, you may spend your entire life waiting. Think about it. How many dreams have been destroyed by the phrase, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And before you know it, years have passed. Nothing changes, because action creates momentum. Not planning, not wishing, not thinking. Action. Successful people know that progress is better than perfection. That's why they start before they feel ready, because they understand that clarity often comes after action, not before it. The eighth habit they avoid is comparing themselves to others. This habit is more dangerous today than ever before. Social media allows people to compare their lives with thousands of others every day. Someone buys a new car. Someone starts a successful business. Someone travels the world. Someone achieves a goal. And suddenly people begin feeling behind. But here's the problem. You're comparing your real life to someone else's highlight reel. You're seeing their victories, not their struggles. Their successes, not their failures. Successful people understand this. Instead of comparing themselves to others, they compare themselves to who they were yesterday. Because real competition isn't with another person. It's with your previous self. Ask yourself, are you learning more, growing more, improving more, taking more action? If the answer is yes, you're moving in the right direction. The ninth habit successful people avoid is wasting time. Time is the one resource nobody can get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose opportunities and find new ones. But once time is gone, it's gone forever. Yet many people spend hours every day scrolling endlessly, watching content that doesn't educate them, arguing online, complaining about things they cannot control, and then they wonder why their lives aren't improving. Successful people treat time differently. They see time as an investment. Every hour matters. Every day matters. Every week matters. Because they understand that success is built through accumulated effort. A single productive day may not change your life, but hundreds of productive days absolutely will. This is why successful people protect their schedules. They protect their focus. And they protect their attention. Because attention is one of the most valuable assets in modern life. Where your attention goes, your future follows. If your attention is constantly distracted, your results will be too. But if your attention is focused on growth, your life begins moving in a completely different direction. And perhaps that's the biggest difference between successful people and everyone else. They understand that success is not an event. It's a process. A process built through habits, choices, discipline, and consistency, while others chase shortcuts. Successful people build systems, and systems always beat motivation in the long run. Now let's talk about the final habit successful people avoid, and in many ways it's the most dangerous habit of all. They avoid having no vision for their future. Most people know what they want this weekend. They know what they want to watch tonight. They know where they want to eat tomorrow, but ask them where they want to be 5 years from now, and many have no answer. Without a vision, life becomes reactive. You simply respond to whatever happens around you. You follow the crowd. You drift from one situation to another. And before you know it, years have passed. Successful people don't leave their future to chance. They create a vision, not because they can predict everything, but because direction matters. Imagine getting into a car and driving without a destination. You could drive all day and still get nowhere meaningful. Life works the same way. Goals provide direction, vision provides purpose, and purpose creates motivation. That's why successful people regularly think about their future. They ask questions like, who do I want to become? What kind of life do I want to build? What habits will get me there? What habits will keep me stuck? And then they make decisions accordingly. Now let's put everything together. Successful people avoid blaming others. They avoid excessive comfort. They avoid instant gratification. They avoid negative environments. They avoid stopping their education. They avoid emotional decision-making. They avoid procrastination. They avoid constant comparison. They avoid wasting time, and they avoid living without purpose. Notice something interesting. None of these habits require special talent. None require a high IQ. None require extraordinary luck. They're choices, daily choices, repeated over time. And that's what makes them so powerful. The truth is, success is usually not about doing one amazing thing. It's about avoiding the things that quietly destroy your potential. Most people look for secret formulas, secret strategies, secret shortcuts. But successful people understand something simpler. Your future is hidden inside your daily habits. Every action is creating a result. Every decision is shaping your identity. Every habit is building your future. And that's why success often looks boring from the outside. It's waking up and doing the right thing consistently. It's learning when nobody is watching. It's improving when nobody is applauding. It's staying disciplined when nobody is forcing you. Because discipline creates freedom. The freedom to choose your future, the freedom to build wealth, the freedom to create opportunities, the freedom to live life on your own terms. Now imagine where you could be 1 year from today if you removed just one bad habit. Imagine where you could be if you stopped procrastinating, stopped making excuses, stopped wasting time, stopped comparing yourself to others, and started focusing completely on growth. Would your life look different? Absolutely, because small changes repeated consistently create extraordinary results. That's how success is built, not overnight, not instantly, but steadily, day by day, choice by choice, habit by habit. So as this video comes to an end, I want you to ask yourself one question: which habit is holding me back the most right now? Identify it. Be honest about it, and then make a decision, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because your future self is being created by the choices you're making right now. And remember this, successful people aren't successful because they're perfect. They're successful because they consistently avoid habits that keep others stuck. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Wealthix Carter community for more content on money mindset, financial freedom, success psychology, and wealth building. Thank you for watching, and remember, the life you want is often just one habit away. See you in the next video.